everybody, it's Christina from Redefine Creative, and I am here with a process video for Paper House Productions, and I'm answering a question that I get a lot, which is asking about thematic products, and if I like them, how I use them, that kind of thing. And so I wanted to address that today, and it worked out perfectly because I'm also playing along with my friend Alice in Scrap Happy's load session this week, and today's color is orange. So if you have been around here for a while, you know that my son's baseball team is orange, so that is perfect. So I'm playing with the Cocoa Vanilla Legendary collection as kind of the main focus of my layout. And this is very typically how I will integrate thematic elements. So yes, I really like using them, but I like to use them in a really kind of subtle way so that it adds to my layout, but it isn't all like super flashy in your face thematic. And so I'm going to start with an orange and blue color combination, and these are both from that Legendary collection. And orange and blue pair up perfectly together because they really complement each other well, and then adding in that white cardstock really just kind of makes everything pop. So I'm going to have on the left side of the layout my photo and some extra strips of pattern paper, and then over on the right hand side I've added a triangle of that same blue paper. And that's going to be kind of where my title and a major embellishment cluster kind of go. And so this is where I'm going to take some of those thematic elements and bring them into the layout, but in kind of a subtle way. So this cut apart sheet from Paper House Productions has two cards that I wanted to use. So one is the navy blue that says Eat, Sleep, Baseball. And then there's one that has like a close-up of a baseball. And so those two are going to get tucked into my layers along with everything else. And so they kind of bring in the theme a little bit, but not overwhelming. And that's how I always want kind of my thematic products to be. And so I love that phrase at the bottom. I love the kind of baseball tucked in there at the top edge. I'm finishing off those two clusters with some pattern paper from the Legendary collection, so it's not so super like themey overwhelming. I also fussy cut this word epic from one of the pocket cards in the Legendary collection, and I'm going to kind of pop those up on some foam adhesive to make a really cool little title over there. And I'm also going to incorporate some stamping. And so one of my favorite sets of stamps is from Darkroom Door, and it has all of these like cool numbers and ledgers and that kind of thing. So I'm taking my favorite Catherine Pooler ink in Midnight, and I'm adding that stamping in just 4 little areas where it's going to kind of be tucked into all of my layers. And numbers and that kind of thing always work with sports layouts. So a set like this is really great if you scrapbook a lot of sports layouts because it just kind of adds to the layout, I think. So then I decided that I was going to go ahead and take that same Midnight ink and kind of ink all of my edges. And I really like this kind of grungier look, especially for sports. And so I'm adding that to all of my pattern paper layers that are going to be on this particular layout. And I'm just tucking everything kind of back in where it was. And I will go ahead and link these baseball products down in the comments below. I will also put my coupon code down there because I really feel like Paper House Productions does a great job of thematic products that you can integrate in more subtle ways. And baseball is down there, but they have them for all kinds of different sports. So you're not limited just to baseball. That just happens to be my kiddo's sport. So I'm making sure that I'm happy with where all my layers are. I'm going to add this little awesome word down at the bottom, and that's going to be on some foam adhesive, just like the letters are in the word epic. And I'm just kind of clustering those together and making sure they fit in with where I have put the stamping. So I didn't do that stamping until I kind of had an idea where my elements were going to go because I wanted everything to really fit together. And that's another reason why you usually see me not glue my layers and everything down until the end, because I very often want to go back in and add a bunch of stamping, but I want to make sure that it's in a cohesive place. So then I'm going to go ahead and grab these cork stars, and these have adhesive on the back, so you're just seeing me kind of peel the backing off. And these are from the Redefine Creative shop, and they are so fun. I have used these on so many layouts already, you guys. So I'm tucking those into all of my little cluster areas, and then I also tucked in a little orange like puffy sticker camera, and that was also from Paper House Productions. And then I had some leftover thickers, and so my title element I'm building over there is going to say Live Epic, which I thought was a really kind of cool, different title. I've also got number 2 in there because that is my little guy's number on his baseball team. And then I'm going to go to these cardstock stickers that are also the kind of baseball thematic. And I'm tucking little baseballs into a bunch of my clusters. And that's another way that I'm bringing in the thematic elements, but I'm keeping it subtle. So it's not like super over the top in your face that this is a baseball layout. But it allows me to add just touches of those little elements. And that is one of the things that I like most about how Paper House Productions designs their kind of thematic products. They're very easy to integrate with other collections in a subtle way. And so I'm just adding a few enamel dots to each of my clusters, and then I'm also going to add some of these puffy sticker phrases. And there were some perfect ones that kind of go along with the theme of this particular layout, and you'll see those a little bit better in the close-ups. I fight with this one that says hashtag winning down in this bottom corner for, longer than I should have. But eventually, it does tuck in where I want it to be, I promise. All right, and that's going to do it for this particular layout. Do make sure that you go over and check out the Paper House Productions thematic products, especially for sports layouts. And there's a coupon code down in the comment box below where you can get a discount if you want to pick up any of those. I will also link the cork stars down there if you need some of those for your sports layouts too. Bye, guys.